Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Bank Street's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Reserve. 5 year, it says. 40% alcohol by volume, special edition, premium quality, 750ml bottle. On the back it just says special edition, premium quality, reserve, and no cute little story. Comes out of New Jersey. We'll grant that. Nice label. Back with that metallic, hard to read. Always a problem, but hey, do what you gotta do. Pushes 5 reserve all over the place. Like I said, no story there on the back, but then again, you don't rely on that story. A lot of times the story is fictitious. After all, there's no law saying you can't lie and saying this is great granddad's blah, whatever. Wood top, Canadian. That thing's a little misty, so put that in compensation. Ground cork. And there. Voila. Beautiful dark caramel coloring. Says it's straight. Kentucky Straight. To be listed as a Kentucky Straight bourbon, there are certain regulations you have to follow, and I believe one of them is no added food colorings. I think it's on that line. I know, weird, isn't it? You kind of expect what you get, but sometimes you will see on the label artificial coloring. On the labels that are a bit more honest, and it's hard to determine that at times. But yes, it is a nice dark caramel. A very light nose to it. Canadian. I wish it was a bit more of a clean Glencairn. It'd be a bit easier to get the nose out of it. But you get a lot of citrus, especially on the lemon side. Not a whole lot of burn out of it, not a whole lot of bite out of the nose. And remember, the nose is 70% or more of what your taste buds are going to get. So always give it a good sniff. Preferred 3. As was shown to me a long time ago, it's hello, how are you? I'm fine. Easy to remember. Frankly, the first sniff is to get an idea what you're sniffing. The second one is to really acclimate the nose into it and give you a better idea of what you're going to get. And then the last sniff is to simply confirm what you've been sniffing in the first place. It is nice. It's the light nose translates to a light flavor in this particular case. Not always. Some other bourbons almost no nose and it just hits you hard. Some great nose, no flavor. So every whiskey, every bourbon has its own trait. So never assume anything. In this case, light nose, light on the palate, relatively short hang time. All of that lemony that you get in the nose, I don't really get on the palate. The missus said that she gets lemon forward when she tried this. So taste buds vary. Take that into consideration. There is no real bite to it, which is wonderful. There's really no burn to it. Wonderful. bland flavor. Uh, um, 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 um. Things you should not say. There's a heavy and very unyielding taste of alcohol. To my taste buds, it's always like a burnt tire flavor. This has that in spades, if that makes any sense. It's a large amount, and it hits and stays. The regular flavors of it is quite short on the palate, but this burnt tire, the alcohol, yeah, hangs on tight. Other flavors you get out of it are just overshadowed by that burnt tire. I'm sure they're there, but they're so soft and so light. It makes it a very non-offensive. I would have to say, though, you can tell in the background we're in winter in my part of the empire. It is not suited for this time of year. There's just not enough flavor in it. Now, do not think for a moment that makes this not a good bourbon. Obviously, it's up to the taster to determine that. But if I was to say, and I like to try to go, oh, the best time to have this guy, summer. You don't want something heavy on your palate when it's 90, 100, 110 degrees outside. When you're sitting there watching the sunset and the crickets are out and the stars are out and the temperatures are finally breaking through the oppressiveness throughout the day with the humidity, this would go very well, especially on ice. I know, true bourbon drinker, oh, ice, how dare you? Pearl clutch, pearl clutch, pearl clutch. No. Cold, just cold. In a hot summer night, with the day just over, the work has been done, or pushed to the next day, however you do it in your part of the world, this would be great for summer. Late spring when it gets hot, early fall when it's still hot and it's dipping to cold, but definitely summer, mid-summer. Now, with the temperatures are dropping, nothing's growing. It's, as I heard from this one song, it's the season of the sticks. Very cool line, I must add. There should be snow, we just haven't had that kind of moisture yet, that kind of weather, but we've got the temperatures for it. It's too light. It's almost like sipping water and going, wow, I don't understand why this isn't sticking to your ribs. No. Even with, say, because at the time of this recording, we're trailing, or we're not trailing, we're in the holiday season. With cookies and cakes and heavy foods, and we're, like I said, it's just now crossed into the winter season. A good stew or a good chili, this would just be so dominated over that it's barely there as it is. And like I said, it's not something you would want in winter. And that's the time of the taping of this is winter. This does not hold well at all. But summertime, this would be awesome. Absolutely awesome in summer. So, no fault to the bourbon itself. You guys at Bank Street, I'm sure you make a great product. It's okay, but I'm having it at the wrong time of year to fully appreciate it. So this is not a fault of the bourbon. It's my fault on the timing of this. And since I stumbled across this totally at random, it's more of a touch of fate. But yeah, it's... If you guys see this on the shelf, this Bank Street whiskey 5-year reserve thing, okay. Summer. Put it in a cocktail, you're going to lose all the flavor, and all you're going to benefit in your cocktail, no matter what it is, really, is just the alcohol. And hell, at 40%, you can get any bourbon to do that. Now, this is a nice mid-range costing bourbon. It wasn't break the bank or grandiose or anything, nothing overly special, which is even a more reason to have it in summer. So that's my particular review, my particular taste of Bank Street Bourbon Whiskey, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Reserve. It is meant for the summertime. It will be fantastic for the summer. Try it summer. Winter, poor things lost in the snow. But that's just me. Any comments down below about this particular product, we warmly accept it as always, or better yet, go out, buy it, and try it yourself. And do a review online on the YouTubes and let the rest of us in the spirits community know your thoughts on Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Bank Street, or Bank Street, Kentucky. This stuff. And until next time, keep on drinking.